ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the ape in. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the. I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, from the back of the. I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot!
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Well, let it now to throw it. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
What the hell did you
they
fall?
got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Back nine it up, Philly. Here we go.
A handoff to Barkley. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta.
There we go.
Here he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
We're go, let's go. Stop. Right, 80.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And he completes it to Cohen. And he showed off the athletic juke.
Gotta get you the ball,
Good little
man.
gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
So 3rd and 2.
Oh,
This
here we
quite
go.
possibly
The
4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
180.
Here's Trubisky. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. B.J. Goodson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect your offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
Okay.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half in some of these shorter games.
Come on, man.
It's caught. Beckham. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself a big...
There we go. Another fumble. You got it? That's what I'm talking about.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
Put on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No.
Uh-oh.
Maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
Let's see.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky.
Are you?
Here comes, and Trubisky
Let go the
goes
ball.
down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Daddy.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Laletta. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Here's Laletta now on second. In trouble. And the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he will
fucking defense.
Touchdown, Chicago. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken just inside the 10.
How the hell he catch that? He didn't put his hands up.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Shit pulled the bounce right over his shoulder pad.
Now out come the Giants. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them.
The
coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Keep up the pressure. Fuck that.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
And Laletta just beating the play clock.
There we go. Keep up the pressure.
Taken down. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Laletta, he'll look to throw. Brought in here by Tyler.
I know what's coming.
He's able
I
to
know
take
the
this one up
route.
to the 35-yard
Same
line.
shit.
A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ain't shit changed.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Detroit!
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to.
This is caught inside the 15.
Are you serious?
And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 47 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. to throw. Lauletta.
There we go.
Intercepted at the goal line. Picked off.
Hella ball. There we go, Prince.
On the return there, he'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Howard on 2nd down. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Let's go, let's go. Red, up.
Now Trubisky. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He's going to field this at the 4. Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. Not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Back to the air, Lauletta on 2nd down.
Come on, man. He ain't even running no complete route.
From a week ago, and we're still in the first half.
Straight throwing.
It's a 1st down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
What's this?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Detroit!
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down.
That's right. That's right, Smith.
A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
I know what he's trying to do, right? Yeah, I know the routes.
Throwing on third down, Lauletta.
Okay, don't even let him get to the routes. That's what I'm talking about, Mac.
For the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And the Giants send out their punter now. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated?
Oh, my goodness. What is that?
Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
180! Lock in!
Make no goddamn sense.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bears on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Toward the sideline.
You're going to get up out of that stupid-ass defense.
Yes, he got him.
Keep playing that cover 4. You about to get up out of that shit.
And that's good enough for a first down. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And Miller with it over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. And New York set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time. I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Lauletta on 1st down. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Now Saquon Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, it's Lauletta. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now Lauletta on 1st down. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time.
Goodness.
This one goes for 19 yards.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
And Barkley will try
Fuck
to
you
punch
thought you
it
was
in.
going?
And
Sit
this
his
will
down,
wind up
Barkley.
with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Talk about.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Rosas puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Shifts by him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Trubisky. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A gain of 32 that time. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Now Trubisky on first down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a second down.
Let's go. Just get some damn protection. That's all we need, fellas.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up doing this with all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Now, the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Look. Hey. You got 3 down. 180.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
There we go.
Heavy rush, and down he goes.
Gonna keep bringing that pressure, baby. You don't sit back there and just get the chance to throw all day. Hell no.
15 for him on the year.
Let's get out of your fucking mind.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Lawletta to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that
baited them in. Told you, stop doing that shit. Get the fucking ball.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Get up ball.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
No doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. They'll come out in the pistol.
Lock in, lock in.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Garbage.
This is third and goal. Now, this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
There we go.
Too cautious because now you can't run.
Come on, boy.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Lucky 56.
Again here on second and 10. Able to get away.
Okay, picked off again, baby.
Intercepted a third time. Adrian Amos.
Let's get it.
And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about How much pressure is in the face of a guy? And can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there.
Get the fuck out of
here,
man.
Back.
Trubisky, you
as
go
much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Over. Gone. Back down to Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. Green with a catch left side. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Detroit! Leopard!
On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. They'll run it again with Barkley. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
On first and 10, Lauletta.
Come on, man.
Tight end Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman.
Okay,
go. Record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
Keep the pressure going.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
Lauletta to throw.
Oh.
Left side complete to Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Gone! Watch it now, Barney!
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. And Green with a catch left side.
Oh, my goodness. What the fuck was that doing?
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish.
Nope, you're not going nowhere, Baka.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Desperation time on 4th down for Lauletta. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Lauletta. He dumps it off to Barkley.
Ain't going nowhere, buddy.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Yeah, let's go with this.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta now to throw it. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
4th time today.
Let's get it.
Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Howard. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
18. Lock in.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 20. Then he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Howard.
Fuck out my way, man.
And he'll be brought down.
Come up here trying to make a tackle. You lie.
Hell
wrong with you.
And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Oh, blitz.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he's
I did
going to
not
be
cut
met
all
at
the way over there.
And taken down. They'll say
Boy,
no
just
gain
made
on the
one
play there.
goddamn
Now it'll
cut.
be 3rd down.
Instead, you make the whole motherfucking thing.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
He's back to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw. Incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
What the hell?
Back to throw. Flushed out right. Stays on his feet. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
How you break the tackle?
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter if he needs to make those plays when the legs go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Back to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Loletta. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Loletta now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a
breaking?
away. He's taken down. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. The Giants on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. For Loletta, one final throw. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, my goodness.
1 second left to go. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but
that 1 second set up there forever.
When you look at the time left on the clock, that's
Get
not
the
a spot
fuck
where you take the
outta
gamble.
here,
Go ahead and
man.
kick the field goal here and take it from there.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field, set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now Loletta on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
On first down, it's Lawler. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Allowing you to sit back and
normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack.
Yeah.
What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Lawletta. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He's got another first down, and he's also just a few yards short of 200 for the ball game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pitch goes to Barkley.
Oh, come on, man.
He's got room. Finding room inside the 40. And all the way down to the 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
He'll get it up the middle, and he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters when you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to